What if I told you that one simple money rule could completely change your financial future? Not a complicated investing strategy, not a side hustle, not a secret used only by millionaires. Just one simple rule that takes a few seconds to apply before you spend money. A rule so powerful that it can save you thousands of dollars, help you avoid debt, and dramatically increase your wealth over time. It's called the $100 rule, and once you understand it, you'll start seeing money differently. Most people don't get into financial trouble because of one giant mistake. They get into trouble because of hundreds of small decisions that seem harmless in the moment. A coffee here, a subscription there, a new gadget, a weekend shopping trip. None of these purchases feel life-changing. In fact, most seem completely reasonable. The problem is that money doesn't disappear all at once. It disappears gradually, one decision at a time. Imagine two people earning exactly the same salary. They have the same job, live in the same city, and start with the same amount of money. 10 years later, one person has built a six-figure investment portfolio while the other is still living paycheck to paycheck. What happened? It wasn't luck. It wasn't intelligence. It wasn't some magical investment opportunity. The difference was thousands of financial decisions made over time. This is where the $100 rule comes in. The rule is simple. For any purchase over $100, wait at least 24 hours before buying it. That's it. No complicated spreadsheets, no budgeting apps, no financial degree required. If something costs more than $100, don't buy it immediately. Walk away, wait a day, then decide. That might sound almost too simple, but there's a powerful psychological reason behind it. Most spending is emotional. People like to think they're logical with money, but research consistently shows that emotions drive a huge percentage of purchases. Excitement, boredom, stress, envy, happiness, sadness, and even social pressure can influence spending decisions. Think about the last time you bought something expensive on impulse. Maybe it was a new phone, a designer item, a gaming console, or a piece of technology. In the moment, it probably felt like a great idea. You imagined how much better life would be once you owned it. Your brain focused on the reward, not the cost. That's because the brain loves instant gratification. The problem is that instant gratification is often the enemy of long-term wealth. Every dollar spent today is a dollar that can't be invested tomorrow. And invested dollars have a unique ability. They grow. They work for you. They create more dollars. Let's look at an example. Suppose you decide not to spend $100 on something you don't truly need. Instead, you invest that money. $100 doesn't sound like much. Most people wouldn't think twice about spending it. But if that money grows over time, it becomes significantly more valuable. Now imagine doing that repeatedly. $100 here, $100 there. Over months and years, those decisions begin to compound. This is one reason wealthy people often appear surprisingly careful with money. It's not because they're cheap. It's because they understand opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is what you give up when you choose one option over another. Every purchase has an opportunity cost. When you spend $100 on something unnecessary, you're also giving up the future value that money could have created. The average person sees a $100 purchase as costing $100. An investor sees something different. They see what that $100 could become if invested for 10, 20, or 30 years. Suddenly, spending decisions look very different. The $100 rule creates a pause between desire and action. That pause is incredibly powerful. Why? Because emotions fade. The excitement that feels overwhelming right now often disappears within hours. Have you ever wanted something badly, only to completely forget about it a few days later? That's exactly what the rule is designed to expose. Many purchases feel urgent when they're really not. Retailers understand this. That's why sales use phrases like limited time offer, only a few left, and buy now. They want you to act before you think. The faster you make a decision, the less likely you are to evaluate whether the purchase actually improves your life. When you apply the $100 rule, something interesting happens. Many purchases fail the test. After 24 hours, the excitement fades and logic returns. Suddenly, the item doesn't seem nearly as important. The desire weakens. The purchase becomes optional instead of urgent. But the rule isn't about never spending money. That's not the goal. The goal is intentional spending. If you wait 24 hours and still genuinely want the item, buy it, enjoy it. The difference is that the decision becomes conscious instead of emotional. Imagine applying this rule for an entire year. Maybe you avoid 10 unnecessary purchases worth $100 each. That's $1,000 saved. Invest that money instead, and now you're building assets rather than accumulating clutter. What's fascinating is that the rule often improves happiness as well. Many people assume spending more money creates more happiness. In reality, many impulse purchases provide only temporary satisfaction. The excitement fades quickly. Then the item becomes normal, and people start looking for the next thing to buy. Meanwhile, financial security creates a different type of happiness. Knowing you have savings, knowing you have investments, knowing you're making progress toward your goals. Those benefits last far longer than the excitement of most impulse purchases. Another advantage of the $100 rule is that it trains discipline. Financial success is rarely about one giant decision. It's about consistently making slightly better choices. The people who build wealth aren't perfect. They simply develop systems that help them avoid expensive mistakes. The rule also works because it focuses on high-impact spending. Small purchases matter, but large purchases matter more. You can save money by skipping a coffee, but avoiding an unnecessary $500 purchase often has a much bigger impact. The $100 rule targets decisions that move the needle. Now imagine what happens over 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Hundreds of spending decisions filtered through a simple rule. Hundreds of opportunities to choose investing over impulse. Hundreds of chances to prioritize future freedom over temporary gratification. That's how wealth is actually built. Not through lottery tickets. Not through risky schemes. Not through chasing the latest trend. Wealth is often the result of ordinary people making smart decisions consistently over long periods of time. The next time you're about to spend more than $100, try this experiment. Don't say no. Just say not yet. Wait 24 hours. Give your emotions time to cool down. Then ask yourself one question. Do I want this item more than I want financial freedom? That single question has the power to change your spending habits forever. Because the truth is that wealth isn't built by how much money you make. It's built by how many good financial decisions you make. And sometimes, one simple rule can make all the difference.